Hi, we're at 2 Egret Studio with Mike Garrigan over here and our featured artist of the month, Aubrey Shamel. And we're going to pose some questions to her and find out a little bit about Aubrey. So, first question for you, Aubrey. Do you remember the moment that you knew inside you that you wanted to be this musician that you're becoming now? Do you remember that moment?
It's kind of hard to find a specific moment. I've had several, realizations that I really wanted to take this thing seriously. I never thought I would do anything involved with music when I was little. Ever.
Really?
Yeah, not at all. I didn't think I could carry a tune.
Mm-hmm.
And I started picking up guitar, and I was like, wow, this is kind of fun. I like it. I guess the most significant realization moment was my first competition singing, when my guitar teacher and my dad and my guitar teacher's girlfriend begged me to do this open mic thing at a fiddler's convention, it's competition. I was like, no, I was scared to death. But I did it anyway in my softball uniform with my guitar teacher backing me up singing Wayfaring Stranger. And I just stood there and at about 2 o'clock in the morning I had gone home, and Eva was my guitar teacher's girlfriend's name, called me and said, hey, you won first place. And I was like, what? So I was like, okay, maybe I should give this another shot. And I kind of got into it.
In a softball uniform.
In my softball uniform.
Do we have
Sandals,
pictures of that?
tall socks.
Yeah?
And a big pickle.
We got a picture of that somewhere? Anybody get that?
No, I don't think so. I have the ribbon.
Well, that's quite a picture. I wouldn't have imagined that. So see, you
Yeah,
never know.
I had on and everything.
Now, along the way, since you've got started, has there been one experience that's kind of really stood out in your mind, something that really is like, man, this is really cool?
Yeah, well, there's been so much excitement going on lately that it's all kind of like that. But at the same time, looking back, those still aren't the most significant memories regarding my music career. I think one of the most significant in my mind was when I was... My grandparents got me a little acoustic guitar when I was little, and I never picked it up. It sat in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But one year, my Mimi is what I call my grandma. She said, what do you want for us to get you for Christmas? We were thinking of getting you an instrument. And I said, I want a drum set. And she was like, well, we're already getting your cousin a drum set. And I was like, and she's like, what about a guitar? And I could tell she already had this in mind. She probably already had the guitar.
Sounds
and I was
like
oh, okay. So I got this shiny red guitar, and I was like, oh, I like it. And I sat down and learned Kumbaya with my Guitar for Dummies book. And that's how I got started in playing guitar. That catapulted me into writing.
Wow.
And the other experience was the first compliment I ever got for playing. And I ignored it at the time because I didn't see it as anything. But then I looked back and I was like, wait a minute, that was my first ever musical compliment. I was playing a Green Day song on my guitar in between classes on my little acoustic guitar, and my friend came over and said, you have a really good voice. And I was like, oh, well, okay. Just kind of ignored it, but...
Later it hit you?
Yeah. Her name was Catherine, and she was the first ever...
Props to Catherine. Okay. Well, I'm a parent. I have a daughter who's almost 14, so I'm curious to know what your thoughts are about the role that your parents are playing now in your career, and maybe how that's going to evolve. How much will they be involved as the future goes on? What do you feel there? What do you see there?
My parents play an intimate role in my music career, more so than any of my, I would really say, any of my friends that are musicians or aspiring musicians. They're really there, which is, you can't buy that kind of help. I mean, it's really great. And they're kind of gradually, over time, I'm gradually taking on more stuff, and they're backing up a little bit. I've got a manager now,
Right.
And but at the same time, they're still right there at the forefront, just in case I have trouble or fall back. They're there to kind of pick me up and tell me what's the best thing to do. So
That's cool.
it is very cool.
I would imagine that some people would kind of want to shove their parents away and kind of take the reins all themselves, but you seem to really respect what they have to say, and it seems like all of you work well together. You have a good understanding of each other.
Oh yeah, we're a big team. I have those moments. I mean, I'm a teenager, so
You don't get rebellious, do you?
a little.
Just a little.
You know, like I was kind of like, I want to go to Nashville by myself. Mom was like, no. And I was like, okay, but which is still kind of a goal. I always strive for more independence than I think is right for me. But it's good to have that balance and checking system, because my parents know how much independence I really can take on. And like I do not do well with the business side of music. I'm an artist like all the way. And my parents, because my mom was in private practice for years and ran her own business. My grandfather's a CPA, and my dad is well, I really don't understand what he does. He's tried to explain it. He's like an analyst or something. Anyway, they know how to deal with the business side that I don't have so much experience in.
Yeah, I can see that. I think that's something that probably a large majority of musicians need to learn about, is the business end of things.